In 1963, the average British housewife spent 4 shillings a week on cleaning products. 4 shillings. Today, the typical household spends over £600 a year on sprays, wipes, gels, and tablets that promise to kill 99.9% of germs. But here is the thing nobody mentions. Your grandmother's bathroom was cleaner than yours. Number 18 on this list was actually banned from shop shelves in the 1980s, not because it failed, but because it worked too well for the companies selling replacements. And number 7 creates a chemical reaction that no branded product has ever been able to replicate. These 25 habits were so effective that entire corporations were built on making us forget them. Because if you knew what your grandmother knew, you would stop buying half the products under your kitchen sink. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, because what you are about to learn might actually change how you clean forever. Let us count down the 25 smartest bathroom habits that vanished from British homes. Number 25. The weekly vinegar wipe down. Every Friday morning, your grandmother filled a basin with warm water and added a generous splash of white vinegar, about a quarter pint to a gallon. She wrung out an old flannel and wiped every surface in the bathroom. She wiped the taps, the windowsill, the cistern lid, and the door handle. The vinegar cut through soap scum and watermarks without scratching, leaving chrome gleaming like it had just been fitted. A bottle of Sarson's white vinegar cost about 4 pence in 1958, and it lasted a month of Fridays. The acetic acid killed bacteria on contact. No rinsing was needed. The smell vanished in 20 minutes once the window was cracked open. Modern bathroom sprays contain the same acid in weaker concentrations. They are padded out with fragrance and blue dye, and then sold back to us at 40 times the price. Your grandmother knew the active ingredient. She just bought it neat. Number 24. Newspaper for mirror polish. Before Windoline and before Mr. Muscle, your mum polished bathroom mirrors with balled-up newspaper and a splash of vinegar water. The ink acted as a mild abrasive. The paper left zero lint. She would spray, wipe in circles, and the glass came up streak-free every single time. A daily newspaper cost 3p and served double duty. Read in the morning, polish in the afternoon. Nothing wasted. Modern microfiber cloths try to replicate this, but they trap moisture and need washing after every use. Newspaper was disposable, effective, and already paid for. The printing ink contained carbon black, a compound so fine it polished without scratching. Your grandmother did not know the chemistry. She just knew the mirror looked better with the Daily Express than with anything from the hardware shop. Number 23. Borax for grout lines. That box of borax sitting under every 1950s bathroom sink was the secret to white grout that stayed white. Your mum mixed a tablespoon of borax with enough water to make a thick paste, spread it along the grout lines with an old toothbrush, and left it for 30 minutes. Then she scrubbed and rinsed. The grout came up bright as the day it was laid. Borax is a natural mineral, sodium tetraborate, mined from dried lake beds. It inhibits mold growth and dissolves the organic matter that feeds black spots. A box cost about 6p and lasted 6 months. When the European Union restricted borax for consumer sale in 2010, cleaning companies rushed to fill the gap with branded grout pens costing £4 each. Your grandmother's 6p box did the same job 50 times over. Number 22. The Pumice stone for limescale. In hard water areas across the Midlands and Southeast, limescale built up inside toilet bowls like concrete. Your mum did not reach for bleach. She reached for a pumice stone. Wet the stone, wet the porcelain, and rub gently. The calcium deposits crumbled away without scratching the glaze because pumice is softer than vitreous china but harder than limescale. A pumice stone cost about 4p from the chemist and lasted years. The same stone that smoothed heels on a Saturday night cleaned the toilet on Monday morning. No chemicals, no fumes, no rubber gloves. Modern lime scale removers contain hydrochloric acid, which works fast but damages seals, eats through chrome fittings, and costs £3 a bottle. The pumice stone sat quietly on the windowsill and never damaged a thing. Number 21. Bicarbonate of soda scouring paste. Every bathroom had a tin of bicarbonate of soda. Your grandmother mixed it with a few drops of water into a paste and used it to scour the bath, the basin, and the toilet bowl. The fine crystals provided gentle abrasion without scratching enamel. The alkaline nature cut through grease and body oils, and the mild deodorizing effect left everything smelling clean without smelling of anything. A pound of bicarb cost about threepence from the chemist in 1955. One tin lasted 3 months of weekly bathroom cleaning. When Jif cream launched in 1974, it was essentially bicarb suspended in a cream base with added fragrance. They charged 10p for what amounted to 3p worth of ingredients in a plastic bottle. Your grandmother looked at the advert and shook her head. Number 20. Cold tea for cleaning wooden toilet seats. Wooden toilet seats were standard in British homes well into the 1970s. Your mum cleaned them with cold leftover tea, wrung through an old cloth. The tannic acid in the tea cleaned the wood without stripping its finish, actually feeding the grain and bringing up a gentle sheen. She would brew the morning pot, drink her cups, then set the remains aside for afternoon cleaning. No polish needed, no spray. The seat stayed smooth and warm to the touch, never cracked or peeled the way painted ones did. When plastic seats replaced wood in the 1980s, we traded character for convenience, and the tea trick became unnecessary. But anyone who still has a wooden seat knows nothing cleans it better than yesterday's brew. Number 19. The dripping tap ritual. Your grandmother did not ignore a dripping tap. She fixed it, not because she was a plumber, but because she understood what constant dripping did to enamel. A single drip per second deposits visible limescale within a week and iron stains within a month. She kept a small tin of rubber washers bought for a penny each at the ironmonger's and changed them herself. Spanner on the tap head, old washer out, new washer in, tighten, done. 10 minutes. Prevention rather than cure. That was the philosophy. Today we let taps drip for months, then buy 4-pound bottles of limescale remover to fix the damage. Your grandmother spent a penny and avoided the problem entirely. Number 18. Washing soda for drains. First pattern break. Here is where things get interesting. Before Mr. Muscle Sink and Drain Unblocker, before every chemical solution that promised to dissolve hair and soap in minutes, your grandmother kept her bathroom drains clear with one thing: washing soda, sodium carbonate. She poured 2 tablespoons down the plug hole every Sunday night, then followed it with a kettle of boiling water. The alkaline solution dissolved soap residue and hair proteins before they could build into blockages. A box of washing soda cost 6p at the hardware shop and lasted months. The trick was consistency. Every Sunday, without fail. She never had a blocked drain because she never let one start. When branded drain unblockers appeared in the 1970s, they contained sodium hydroxide, a far harsher chemical that could damage old lead pipes. Washing soda was gentler, cheaper, and just as effective when used regularly. Cleaning companies made millions selling emergency solutions to problems that weekly washing soda would have prevented entirely. Number 17. Lemon halves for tap fittings. After squeezing lemons for cooking, your mum saved the spent halves and rubbed them over bathroom taps and chrome fittings. The citric acid dissolved water spots and light limescale on contact. She would press the cut half directly onto the spout, twist it, and leave it sitting there for 10 minutes like a little hat. When she came back and wiped it off, the chrome gleamed like a showroom display. A lemon cost about 2 pence in 1960 and served triple duty: juice for cooking, rind for zest. Spent halves for the bathroom. Nothing wasted. Modern tap cleaners contain citric acid as their primary ingredient, diluted with water and perfume, then packaged in plastic spray bottles, selling for £2.50. Your grandmother got the same active ingredient from her Sunday roast chicken recipe. Number 16. Elbow grease Saturdays. This was not a product. This was a habit. Every Saturday morning, without exception, your grandmother scrubbed the bathroom from top to bottom. She started with the ceiling, wiping cobwebs with a damp cloth on a broom handle. Then the walls, tiles, mirror, basin, bath, toilet and floor. Always top to bottom so the dirt fell downward. Always in that order. The whole ritual took 45 minutes. By doing it weekly, no grime ever accumulated enough to require heavy cleaning. The bathroom never needed rescuing because it was never allowed to deteriorate. Modern cleaning advice says deep clean once a month. Your grandmother would have been horrified. She knew that regular light cleaning prevented the hard scrubbing that damaged surfaces. The habit was the product. Consistency was the chemical. Number 15. Salt for rust stains. When rust spots appeared around drain holes or on old iron fixtures, your mum made a paste of table salt and lemon juice. She applied it to the stain, left it for an hour, then scrubbed with a stiff brush. The salt provided abrasion, while the citric acid chemically dissolved the iron oxide. Rust stains that looked permanent lifted clean in a single treatment. A bag of table salt cost about 2 pence. Combined with the leftover lemon from the taps, the total cost of rust removal was essentially nothing. Modern rust removers contain phosphoric acid, which works faster but damages surrounding surfaces and requires careful handling. The salt and lemon method was slower but safer, and your grandmother had plenty of patience. Number 14. Whitening nets with Dolly Blue. Second pattern break. Bathroom net curtains yellowed within weeks from steam and condensation. Your mum restored them to brilliant white by adding a Reckitt's Dolly Blue bag to the final rinse water. The tiny blue tablet, wrapped in a muslin pouch, released ultramarine pigment that counteracted yellow tones through optical brightening. It was the same principle modern laundry detergents use today, but isolated and concentrated. A Dolly Blue bag cost about a penny and treated 4 or 5 rinses. The nets came out so white they seemed to glow against the bathroom window. Children would watch the water turn pale blue and think it was magic. It was chemistry. The blue wavelength cancelled the yellow, making the eye perceive pure white. When optical brighteners were added directly to washing powders in the 1970s, Dolly Blue became redundant overnight. But for decades, that little blue bag was the only thing standing between your bathroom window and the neighbor's judgment. Number 13. Cloth and soda. Crystal glass cleaning. Before shower screens existed, bathrooms had frosted glass windows that collected grime in every dimple and ridge. Your mum dissolved a handful of soda crystals in hot water, dipped a rough cloth in the solution, and scrubbed the glass in firm, circular motions. The alkaline solution cut through the body oil and soap film that made frosted glass look grey and greasy. She rinsed with clean water, and the glass returned to its original milky white. A bag of soda crystals cost about 4 pence and served the entire house. No specialist glass cleaner existed because none was needed. The soda crystals were strong enough to dissolve organic grime, but gentle enough to leave the glass intact. Modern frosted glass cleaners appeared in the 1990s, priced at £3 a bottle, containing the same sodium carbonate your grandmother bought for 4p. Number 12. Camphor blocks in the airing cupboard. Your grandmother placed small blocks of camphor among the towels and flannels stored in the bathroom airing cupboard. The waxy white blocks, costing about 3p each from the chemist, slowly sublimated, releasing vapors that prevented moth damage, repelled silverfish, and kept stored linens smelling fresh for months. The distinctive sharp medicinal smell meant clean in every British household. Opening the airing cupboard door released that wave of camphor scent, and you knew every towel inside was fresh and protected. When synthetic moth repellents and scented drawer liners replaced camphor in the 1970s, the bathroom lost its signature smell. Those replacements contained paradichlorobenzene, later found to be a possible carcinogen. The natural camphor your grandmother used was derived from tree bark and had been protecting stored textiles since the Victorian era. Number 11. The bleach penny measure. Your grandmother never poured bleach freely. She used a precise measure. 1 capful, about 1 tablespoon, diluted in 1 gallon of water for general bathroom cleaning. For the toilet bowl, 2 capfuls left to soak for 10 minutes, then flushed. That measured discipline meant a single bottle of Domestos lasted 3 months. The bleach was effective because it was properly diluted. Too strong, and it damaged rubber seals, corroded metal fittings, and filled the house with choking fumes. Too weak, and it achieved nothing. Your grandmother knew the exact ratio by instinct, passed down from her mother. Modern cleaning routines use bleach straight from the bottle, pouring 3 or 4 times the necessary amount, burning through a bottle a fortnight, and wondering why the tap washers keep failing. The penny measure was not stinginess. It was precision, and it protected both the surfaces and the purse. Number 10. Glycerine for squeaky hinges and stiff taps. When the bathroom cabinet door squeaked or the cold tap stiffened, your grandmother did not call a plumber. She applied a single drop of glycerin, bought from the chemist for about 6p a bottle. Glycerin lubricated without attracting dust the way oil did. It was odorless, non-staining, and safe to use on chrome, brass, and painted surfaces. 1 bottle lasted years because a single drop was all each hinge needed. The bathroom door swung silently. The taps turned smoothly. The toilet seat hinge stopped that awful metallic groan at 3 in the morning. Modern silicone sprays do the same job, but they cost £4 and leave a chemical residue. Glycerin was natural, cheap, and already in the bathroom cabinet for chapped lips and hand cream. 1 product, 5 uses. That was your grandmother's entire philosophy. Number 9. Hanging towels to prevent mildew. 3rd pattern break. Before extractor fans and before heated towel rails, your grandmother's bathroom stayed mildew-free through 1 simple discipline. Every towel was hung properly after every use. Spread full width across the towel rail, never bunched or folded. Bath mats were draped over the side of the bath to air. Flannels were wrung out and hung on the tap. Nothing stayed damp and crumpled. Mildew needs moisture and stillness to grow. By ensuring air circulated through every fabric, she starved it of both. The bathroom smelled of clean cotton and soap, never of that musty dampness that plagues modern bathrooms with sealed windows and poor ventilation. She opened the window after every bath, even in January. 15 minutes of cold air, she said, was cheaper than scrubbing black mold off the ceiling. Modern homes spend hundreds on mold treatment sprays. Your grandmother spent nothing. She just opened the window and hung the towels straight. Number 8. Paraffin for painted surfaces. Painted bathroom walls and woodwork were standard in British homes through the 1960s, and your mum kept them spotless with a cloth, dampened with a few drops of paraffin. The paraffin dissolved nicotine stains, grease marks, and the yellowish film that steam deposited on gloss paint. She would wipe the skirting boards, door frames, and window sills, and the paint came up bright and clean without losing its sheen. A tin of household paraffin cost about $1 and lasted months. The trick was using it sparingly. Too much left an oily film. Just enough lifted the grime without damaging the surface. When emulsion paint replaced gloss on bathroom walls in the 1980s, paraffin became inappropriate because it stained matte finishes. But for the decades when gloss ruled the bathroom, paraffin was the only cleaner that left paint looking freshly applied. Number 7. The vinegar and bicarb volcano. This is the one scientists cannot stop talking about. When the bathroom drain ran slow, your grandmother poured 4 tablespoons of bicarbonate of soda down the plug hole, followed by half a pint of white vinegar. The mixture erupted in a fizzing, bubbling reaction that children watched wide-eyed through the overflow hole. She would plug the drain to force the reaction downward, breaking apart soap deposits and hair clogs. After 15 minutes, a kettle of boiling water flushed everything clean. The chemical reaction produces carbon dioxide gas, which provides physical agitation that dislodges blockages. The sodium acetate left behind is a mild cleaning agent that continues working for hours. No branded drain product replicates this dual action, the immediate physical force combined with the residual chemical cleaning. A chemist at Sheffield University tested this method in 2018 and confirmed it outperformed 3 leading commercial drain unblockers on soap-based clogs. The materials cost less than tuppence. The branded alternatives cost £3.50. The science was always there. The advertising just made us forget it. Number 6. Dental plate powder for porcelain. Steradent and similar denture cleaning powders were a bathroom staple in every home where grandparents lived. But your grandmother discovered they cleaned more than false teeth. She would dissolve 2 tablets in warm water and pour the solution into a stained wash basin or toilet bowl, leaving it overnight. The sodium percarbonate and citric acid in the tablets lifted tea stains, lime scale rings, and discoloration from white porcelain without scrubbing. By morning, she would flush or rinse, and the surface gleamed. A tube of denture tablets cost about $1 and $6, and contained 30 tablets, enough for 15 bathroom cleans beyond their intended purpose. Modern toilet cleaning tablets contain nearly identical ingredients at 4 times the price. Your grandmother just read the back of the Steradent box and made the connection herself. Number 5. The squeegee habit. After every bath or shower, your grandmother ran a rubber window squeegee down the tiles and taps. 30 seconds of work prevented water spots, soap scum build-up, and the calcium deposits that turn white tiles gray over months. By removing standing water immediately, she eliminated the conditions that 90% of bathroom cleaning products are designed to fix after the fact. Modern cleaning routines ignore prevention entirely, allowing deposits to build for weeks, then attacking them with chemicals. The squeegee cost about 9 pence from the hardware shop and hung on a hook by the bath. Your grandmother understood that the cheapest cleaner was the one you never needed to buy, because the mess never formed in the first place. Number 4. Chalk for chrome polish. A stick of plain white blackboard chalk, dampened and rubbed over chrome taps and towel rails, produced a polish that rivaled anything from the hardware shop. The fine calcium carbonate particles provided a gentle abrasive that buffed chrome to a mirror finish without scratching. Your mum would rub the damp chalk across the fitting, let it dry to a white haze, then buff with a dry cloth. The chrome gleamed for days. A box of chalk cost about 3 pence from the stationers. The same box her children used on the garden path made the bathroom taps shine. When Brasso launched a dedicated chrome cleaner in the 1970s, They were selling calcium carbonate in a liquid suspension for 10 times the price. The chalk did the same job, took the same time, and cost almost nothing. Number 3. Bread crusts for wallpaper marks. Fourth pattern break. Bathrooms with wallpaper above the tile line were common through the 1960s. When steam left marks or children left fingerprints, your grandmother rubbed the affected area with a fresh bread crust. The soft, slightly moist interior of the crust lifted surface dirt from wallpaper without wetting it or leaving streaks. The gluten acted as a natural adhesive that picked up grime the way a rubber does pencil marks. A crust from the morning loaf cost nothing, because it was the bit nobody wanted to eat anyway. Modern wallpaper cleaning sponges use the same absorptive principle but cost £2 each and last a fraction of the time. Your grandmother cleaned the bathroom wallpaper with breakfast scraps and never spent a penny. Number 2. Lavender water for the final wipe. After every Saturday clean, your grandmother made a final pass through the bathroom with a cloth dampened in lavender water. She made it herself, steeping dried lavender from the garden in boiled water, straining it into a glass bottle, and keeping it on the bathroom shelf. The lavender left a clean, natural scent that lasted all weekend without the synthetic punch of modern air fresheners. More importantly, lavender oil is a natural antibacterial. Studies at the University of Western Australia confirmed that lavender essential oil kills common bathroom bacteria, including E. coli and Staphylococcus. Your grandmother did not know the microbiology. She just knew the bathroom smelled right when it smelled of lavender. A bush in the garden provided enough dried flowers for a year of bathroom cleaning. The total cost was nothing but patience. Number 1. The open window rule. Every morning, without exception, your grandmother opened the bathroom window for at least 15 minutes. Rain, snow, frost, it did not matter. That blast of fresh air dried residual moisture from tiles, mirrors, towels, and grout. It prevented condensation from settling. It stopped mold before spores could take root. It cleared odors naturally. No extractor fan needed. No dehumidifier running all day. No mold treatment spray at £5 a bottle. Just cold British air doing what it has always done. Ventilation was the foundation of every other habit on this list. Without it, the vinegar, the bicarb, the lemon halves, the squeegee, all of them would have fought a losing battle against trapped moisture. Your grandmother understood that a clean bathroom started not with a product, but with a principle. Let the air in, and let the damp out. Every modern bathroom problem, the mold on the ceiling, the musty towels, the black spots in the grout, traces back to the moment we sealed our windows shut and trusted chemicals to do what fresh air did for free. Here is my challenge. Try one of these this week. Just one. The vinegar wipe down, the open window, the bicarbonate paste, the squeegee after every bath. Then come back and tell me if I am wrong. Tell me if your grandmother was just old-fashioned, or if she actually knew something we forgot, because cleaning companies spent millions convincing us we needed their products. I tested these. My bathroom has not seen a branded cleaner in 3 months. The chrome has never been shinier, the grout has never been whiter, the drains have never run faster. Share which one you are going to try in the comments. I want to know if the vinegar wipe down gets more love than the Pumice stone. I want to know if anyone else's grandmother kept a lavender bottle on the bathroom shelf, because these were not just cleaning habits, they were wisdom that corporations spent decades trying to erase. Your grandmother knew, now you know too.